EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Everybody licks their chops when they get the chance to play one of the most famous courses in the world, the Stadium Course at the TPC Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Frank, where are the scoring opportunities on this peak die layout?
You can always look at the par 5s, 2, 9, 11 and 16. They provide probably the best chances to make birdies, or even in some situations, eagles. You don't have to hit driver, just sort of something long ironish, maybe a fairway wood off the tee, and then a wedge shot into a green that, will certainly, if you put the ball in the right position, give you an excellent chance for another birdie. Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though? This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker.
I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up, get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it. Plus, with Rory, the chat in the locker room, when you hear someone say, I couldn't hit that shot he just hit today, that's when you know you're different.
How about the 2 eagles he made in the final 3 holes Saturday, round 3, on his way to winning the Open Championship in 2014?
That was phenomenal. 16 was virtually unreachable for most of the field. 2 phenomenal shots. And obviously he's in a tussle with Ricky Fowler. And then to top it off, that 5-iron he hit into 18 was just, it never left the flagstick. Yeah, he has that ability just to hit the gas pedal at the right time.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Frank, you want to get out of the gates quickly, hit the proper approach shot here at the first. What does the player need to look out for?
Well, there's two distinct levels to this green. There's that left side and then that collection area to the right side. Flag on the top, it's a very, very difficult shot because that bunker plump comes into play. This looks like it's going to find the target.
What a shot right there. Beautifully done. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. -1, and really going. Just a couple of feet. In red figures at 1 under par. Now to the second. Frank, what do you make of this hole?
Well, over the years, we've seen more and more people hitting 3-wood off this tee. And 3-wood's normally easier to draw, and it doesn't run out down that right side. That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
Yeah, that's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. this one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Thank goodness, Frank, back on dry land here.
As long as this one avoids it.
So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop. This now the third shot. So Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
So this is the third shot to the par 5. One player told me, Frank, that it's like a root canal appointment. You're thinking about 17 all day long.
I think a root canal at times would be more enjoyable than playing 17 on a windy day.
Frank, so many different lies in golf. This is one you don't see too much. The golf ball is on the mulch.
Yeah, and it never really sits up, so this is one of those ones you've got to be much more conservative than you'd like to be. Play for the fat of the green. Safely on deck.
Just a sensational shot, and he will have that for an eagle.
Amazing. Just like that, pick up 2 on the field.
Get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage.
Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. The shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. How do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there. Locked in on the read and the speed. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Must feel good at 3 under par in the early going. Frank, a nice mix of holes to start. So here we go with a par 3 at the third.
Very narrow at the front of the screen, and that bunker too. You don't actually see it off the tee, the back left bunker, and it sneaks into that left side. So if that flag is on the left, just be careful.
Frank, where's this one headed?
Well, might just catch the left side of the green. Get on the dance floor, but it's going to be a long way away from the band.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Settles in over the putt. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good start at 4 under. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Frank, how important is positioning off the tee here?
Well, we saw a positional tee shot at 1 and 2. This is another one here at 4.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. He's loading up on it.
Look at the corner there.
That ball just took off the face.
Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
Frank, the approach here to the 4th is fraught with peril, isn't it?
3 distinct levels here. There's that sort of small piece in the front right. There's that left side of the green and that top tier on the right.
No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops. So a good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, I have to say I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
I agree. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the round plays out.
Might go deep here in the red numbers. Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Just 5 feet left. So with that make, now at 3 under par. 5th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, really, if you're long or short hitter, the long hitters have the luxury of taking it over the corner of the bunker down the right. Shorter hitters really play at that bunker down the left, 320 run out.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one. I mean, that is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 350 yards. Frank, as players get set for the second shot here at the 5th, what are they thinking?
You have to be precise with the second shot. You miss it long and left. Very, very difficult chip there. And, of course, short and right. In amongst those moguls in the bunker, it's tough to get it up and down. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
And that's how you play the game, right there. Second shot, good look at the green.
Second shot.
set now over the putt. Never quite had enough oomph on that.
Yeah, sort of a wishy-washy stroke. Really. This is an awkward length.
Nice putt. Count it. So a tester from 4 feet. Good putt and a good move. Now to 4 under. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Did the job right there. Frank, what are the players facing here at the 6th 393-yard par 4?
Ideally, you just want to hit that ball about 250 yards. It's going to leave you a shot of sort of 140 yards in. Then the green looks quite big because you're far enough back that those palm trees don't become a problem.
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I have ever seen. Just let it rip. That is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Good contact, good result.
Rich, it's a different challenge today. The weather is so day-to-day out here, and when you get a breeze like this that's kicking up, you really have to sort of change your approach to playing these holes.
It looks nice out there, the blue skies, plenty of high sunshine, but it's a challenge because those winds have really freshened up. Setting up for the approach, this player in total command.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The decision-making, club selection's been spot on, but the execution, the swing, is really what I'm admiring right now.
Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always is a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle. Because in the end, all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now.
Doesn't even need the putt.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. So makes the putt, and now at -6. Frank, what do you think of the 7th?
Interesting par 4 for two reasons. The undulating green on the end of the hole that also shapes to the right, that makes it look like a dogleg right. But really, you want to play that tee shot just inside those pot bunkers down the right side. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy finds stick in the follow-through.
That's an absolute beauty.
Come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350-plus yards.
He goes after it like he is here.
And look at this. Look at all the power in that coil. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his 2nd. Good swing, good shot yet again. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. Now the approach to the 7th. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
It's rather narrow in the front of this green, and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out. It's at sneaky distance.
That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now. gone.
In the hole. You do not see that every day. That, folks, is a hole-in-one. Wow. Rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for Holy Cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par.
That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
Yeah, that's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Second from an excellent lie. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Good lie in the fairway. Good chance to make something happen here. Frank, there's a real art to putting a good 72-hole score in the book, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. You know, you can have a flash of brilliance, make 5 or 6 birdies. It can be offset by doubles and quadruple bogeys. And in the end, it's the end. What did you do? The plus and the minuses. And that's why all our biggest championships have, and of recent, been stroke play.
Good chance at one.
doubt that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. great hits just keep coming. Moves to -11 on the day. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Setting up to start the back nine here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front nine, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. Just burning rubber right here. I mean, this one is taking off like a missile.
Just destroyed it. He's going to try and rip the cover off it.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. He in the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. 80 yards to the flagstick. Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor, who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You know, you can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, you know, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side. But you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. There's 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow-through. All those things are still very valid today.
Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two. I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close. And just a great shot.
Let's go to the 11th now. It's a par 5 and a fun hole, Frank. You can make anything from 3 to 7 here.
And that's why, as the start of the back nine, especially on a Sunday, this becomes such a pivotal hole to start a run. Big body of sand down the left side that sometimes the longer hitters can get close to with the tee shot, but really it's the second shot. If you can reach this par 5 and 2, it's a very narrow green. The layup, well, it's actually an awkward layup, Rich, because you've got to push that ball to the left side, almost like a zigzag approach.
Great lie. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way.
Going for a little extra.
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet? It's still going.
All right, Frank, the 11th is a reachable. What's the right strategy?
Well, it feels like that green should be about another 30 or 40 yards to the right, Rich. Makes the player aim left, and it's such a narrow green, but it's worth the risk.
That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch, nerve, he had it all. And he has the bottom of the barrel. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Knocking down all the shots today. Now 13 under. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Yeah, an eagle. What a putt. Up now, hole number 12. It's a short one, 358 yards, par 4.
This can catch you off guard. If you just try and hit the ball on the fairway, if you're on the middle of the fairway, the left side, you will have a blind second shot. So ideally, hit it down that right side of the fairway if you want to see the flag.
Just amazing what they're able to do with that golf swing. Hit it so far at that size. Not overly big, but man, can really move it a long ways. And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up.
looks like it's heading for the bunker. Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know, it might just go in.
Dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot.
Just want to nestle this one down within a couple of feet.
Well, this one's tracking. Well, that just brings a smile to your face, puts a little pep in the step when you make them from downtown. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
And Frank, we always like when they have the full location back left and that ball trickles down, feeds, and you can see some really good ones and maybe even an ace here.
Yeah, just like Mickelson a few years ago. Down there, it looked like it was going to flirt with the bunker, ran up and over the ridge, and in it goes. This is one where you have to play ground ball as well as high ball. Safely on deck.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. And setting up here in the rough. Look at great rivalries in sports, you realize that athletes need each other. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to achieve greatness, to achieve legendary status. And in golf, Tom Watson needed Jack Nicklaus to push him to another level.
And also to define an era. Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s. You need those players to define that era. So you need competition. Competition is not without rivalry.
Oh, what an incredible shot. And getting ready for the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Second shot.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, Tiger certainly had his adventures here at 14.
Well, we'll never forget that. Spun it left. In the end, was very, very lucky to get away with 6. Had it been 7, Garcia might have just caught him at the post. But he will, and we will, never forget 14. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
Well, this is a humbling game, isn't it, Frank?
Well, shots like that, not to be proud of. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
That's a ginormous tee shot.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right. And at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day. So they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints, they're marathons. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Good-looking shot right here.
No way. He hold it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that. So, third shot now for Rory McIlroy. Yes, he's holding, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute. Seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side. Virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it. Well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's two little pop bunkers out on the right that, well, if your first time around, you might notice.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Well, he really moved that one. 320 yards and in the fairway. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Frank, what's the key on this approach here at the 15th?
Well, knowing exactly where that pin placement is, Rich, there's mounding, there's that little gut out of the right side of this green. If you miss your mark here, that ball can easily finish 30 or 40 feet away. Amazing.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there.
Digs in. Important to have a strong base on these bunker shots. That is a shot that would be replayed over and over.
Now the start of the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18. Par 5, 16. Frank, Tiger made birdie here all 4 days in winning in 2013.
Fred Couples made that fantastic eagle many years ago. Hole bends a little to the player's left. You don't have to hit driver here if you're a long hitter, but you really must move that ball right to left.
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I have ever seen. Just let it rip. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super. Well, with a good shot here, Rich. But, this eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. And what a shot. Setting up for an eagle here. Let's see what they do from a good lie in the fairway. 180 yards to go. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Oh, yes, that's an eagle.
The birdie.
No problems there.
You know, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, how early in the round were you thinking about the shot at 17?
Well, when you're playing well, you're pushing it ahead. Maybe you don't think about it till 14 or 15. If you're struggling, you might be thinking it early as the 5th or the 6th hole. But put it this way, when you make the walk from 16 to 17, you are thinking of it every inch of the way.
How'd you like that strike?
It was top of the tree.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Goodness, Frank, I think that maybe went in.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie.
This would be nice. A birdie on the card. See if he can make it.
That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. But if that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wooden bulkheads, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. And of course, then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard.
Wow, smoked that tee shot.
Well, when he goes after it like he is here. That's an absolute beauty. What a great shot.
That is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 350 yards. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That will be a great look at birdie. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. Shouldn't be a problem here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, a lot to like in this performance today.
Oh, it is. There's so many positives to take out of this round. Not just the possibility to win this week, but going forward. This is great golf that you would hold up against anybody right now.